Hello everyone, welcome to my pretty much random art supplies video. I wanted to show you the rest of the materials I use occasionally and some of them often, like the brushes. And just let me begin with some of the brushes I currently use. I probably use these two the most. One, I don't know what size this brush is. It's actually a cheap synthetic brush. I don't know where I got this from. You don't see any brand on it or size on it. It could be the same like these ones. So they are probably the because they look the same, so I guess this could be the same brush. In case this is the one, this is probably a size 2. A round brush, a synthetic round brush, and if it's the same like this one, these were in a set I think, and I bought them online, and they are, can you see this? Wait a second. So artisty synthetic. This is size 4, I don't use that one, but I use this one, which kind of looks the same, so I guess it's the same, and it's size 2. This one is actually pretty good when you're like, just need to take one brush with you, because it's big enough to fill in like bigger parts, but it's also very detailed, so yeah, so if you want a bigger one, I think you can see that this one, I think it's the same. So I bought them in the set, so these are probably the same. Artisty synthetic brush, this is a size 8, size 4, and this must be size 2. So another brush I use, and a lot of you ask me about this one, is this brush. It's, let me zoom in. So this is a detail brush. It's from the German store Bösner. It's a 10-0 brush. The size is 10-0, so it's really thin, and it's slightly longer than other watercolor brushes. It's not a watercolor brush. It's actually for, I think it's for writing, calligraphy, and something like this. But I use this especially for details, for thin lines, for doing the stars when I do like nebula paintings. Because it's so thin, the stars will turn out thinner than or smaller than with a bigger brush. So, and I love this brush very, very much, and I use it all the time. So these two are the ones I use currently the most. Another one I use is this one. I needed one like this. It's a synthetic long flat brush. So I wanted to have one like this, a bigger one like this, to fill backgrounds, and when I have like huge massive spaces or something I want to fill in with color or with water or anything, I wanted to have a brush like this. A flat brush, the only flat brush I currently use. So what I wanted to use lately, or what I want to try out, is to work with ink, and I got this ink from also a local art supply store to try it. I think, I don't know, it's a little bit older, so I have this laying here for some time, and it's just writing ink in black. So I wanted to try and paint something with ink, but I don't want to mess up my brushes, so I had this one lying around. You probably know these kind of where you fill in this thing with water, but I thought I would fill this with ink and a little bit of water to mix this, and it's now kind of working like this. Don't know if I should recommend it. I haven't tried this really well yet. I just made a few sketches, but I don't know, I really liked how it works, so it's probably not for everyone. But I thought this was a convenient idea to use this as an ink tank. Another thing you asked me a lot is about what I use to do highlights and the stars when I finish up a painting, and what I used to work with was these gel liners. You probably have seen these in my last watercolor art supplies video from, I don't know, a year ago or something. Back then I used them for details, more for details than for stars or something. Right now I prefer using acrylic paint, so they both work the same. I don't see any difference in the quality. You have to have a very dry painting to kind of paint with these gel markers, ink markers, pigment ink markers, because otherwise they won't work. They will mix up with the water when it's wet and you won't see anything, or they will fade out a little bit, so the highlights will disappear. This is the Uniball Signo broad pigment ink, and this is the Pillow Choose. This one is a little bit thinner, and this one is not. And right now I work with acrylic paint. I got this from also an online shop, a German art supplies online shop. Gerstecker. There's nothing really to say about this. It's just simple white acrylic paint. Another thing I use, and that you're seeing here right now, lying there, is for when I'm taping down like tiny little paper sheets when I want to draw them. I bought this also in an art supply store, and they don't cost even €1. I don't know how, it was like 70 cents or something for something like this, and it's actually made to paint on it. So this, because I kind of messed up everything here, so it's really dirty, I use the backside to tape down the paper sheet, so that's what I was going to say. And yeah, you can see that I use it a lot, and it's pretty cool because it's really hard and you can like go around everywhere. And yeah, if you don't have something like this, you can probably use the backside of your painting pad, I don't know, of your paper pad. They mostly have like really hard cardboard, and normally I used to tape the paper sheets on that. So this is like a huge one, I can't show you the whole. So this is a really huge backside of a painting pad, so from a watercolor painting pad. Another question I got asked was how I do the circles on my tiny nebulas and stuff like this. I actually just use, for example, this tape, which I also use to kind of tape my paper down. And this is not really a brand, I have this from a dollar store, so you have to be lucky, kind of lucky to get a tape that kind of sticks to your paper, because I think when you buy this tape in an art supply store, it's much more expensive. And what I was going to say, how I do this. So for example, I do this, where I can use the inner circle on it, or the outside on it, for example. And another thing, I think probably everybody, at least in Germany, have these things. They need them for school, and it's this thing. Don't mind the tape, it's just because this one is a really cheap one, and it kind of changes the size, so I taped it down to have an even size. You probably get them in a dollar store, or I don't know. They also have like more expensive ones where you can kind of change the size of it and it stays like it, not like this one where it changes all the time. All I have to show you now are some very random pencils that I do for sketching and stuff, and I think I said this before, I use like very soft ones like 8B most of the time. Either these ones or these ones for like when I want to sketch something bigger and mess around. So I use this one, and lately I've been using Polychromos from Faber-Castell. I only have three colors, this one, a white one and a silver one. And I would love to have a set, but it's too expensive right now for me. I would love to paint with them, and they are so good to make details when the watercolors are dried and you want to go in and make the colors pop and stuff like this. And I love it so much. I'm currently using my watercolor pencils from Koh-i-Noor, which I showed you in my last video. For example, this one. They are very, very soft, and I like them also. The colors are really cool, but I have to say the Polychromos, these ones from Faber-Castell, they pop out more. So I would love to have a set, but at the moment they are just too expensive for me. So I don't know if I ever gonna do painting with them. So right now I use the Koh-i-Noor watercolor pencils. So I guess this is all what I have to show you for now. I'm not sure if you want to see reviews of materials in case I buy something new and I'm trying them out for something. For example, I actually ordered the Kuretake Japanese watercolors. I bought a set and it will probably arrive in like 2 months or so because they are Japanese import. If you want to see like a review of them when I get them, let me know in the comments. If you want to see me doing actual reviews on other materials in case I can get them, because right now I can't really buy anything new. I have to save up some money. If you want to see like a color range of the Koh-i-Noor watercolor pencils, if you should like paint a little bit with each color, and if you want to see something like this, I can do this because I have a set. Just let me know if you want to see more stuff like review stuff and how colors look like and something like this. Let me know, and I would love to do this if you want to see something like this. And thank you all for watching, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for asking all these questions. I try to get to you back, and when I see them I read all the comments, and I'm sorry that I can't answer all the questions you have. I try to make videos, mark them when I see questions that I could kind of answer in a video, so especially in this one. Let me know what you want to see when it comes to materials and stuff like this. Yeah, that's it, and I hope we will see us again, so have a nice day. Bye!